Whitney Way Thor brings tears with latest private moments. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Whitney Way Thor definitely has quite a bit going on this season. Fans are happy to know that Babs is okay in the present day and recovering well. But it's still incredibly hard to watch her dealing with the aftermath of her stroke on screen. But the good news is that Babs isn't going through this alone. Whitney and her father are there for Babs every step of the way. The My Big Fat Fabulous Life star recently shared a new update that warmed fans' hearts. Keep reading to get the inside scoop. Whitney Way Thor shares precious moments with her mother. While Babs is in recovery, she's absolutely showered with love from her family. Whitney frequently shares updates with fans and shows them sweet videos. She and her dad are doing everything in their power to make Babs feel loved while she recovers from her stroke. I don't think I could have ever imagined how much I would treasure these little moments with my mother, especially at bedtime, which is my favorite. Whitney captioned her Instagram video. Usually Dad goes to watch TV and we lie in bed and cackle about things, memories, videos of ferrets, etc. until she falls asleep. And the last thing we always say is, I love you. I hope you know how much joy you bring to us just by sharing these precious moments. One fan wrote in the comments section, so beautiful. You are an amazing, wonderful daughter and have a beautiful, caring, loving family. Another added, My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans were absolutely heartbroken to learn about Babs' stroke, but they are so thankful that her family is around her to help out. Without a doubt, it's clear that Babs is deeply loved and cared for. Not long ago, Whitney Way Thor uploaded a video of her dad singing and dancing with Babs to try to bring a smile to her face. The Thor family may have its struggles, but there's no shortage of love to go around, and fans are so thankful for that. The Thor family isn't quite out of the woods yet. Babs' stroke was bad enough, but things may just get a little worse for the Thor family on My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Recent clips revealed that the family cat, Henchy, may actually have cancer. In the clip, Whitney and Lenny are on their way to the vet. Whitney describes the situation and says she's really worried. Henchy cheated death before, but may not be so lucky this time. Lenny reveals that the Thors have enough on their plates at the moment and really can't handle another crisis. With any luck, Henchy will be fine. Be sure to follow TV shows Ace Online for the latest news on Whitney Way Thor and My Big Fat Fabulous Life. Stay tuned for more. Whitney Way Thor had always been an open book, sharing her life with millions of viewers on her hit reality show, My Big Fat Fabulous Life. She had laughed, cried, and faced challenges head-on, all while the cameras rolled. But there were moments in her life that she kept private, moments that she shared only with those closest to her. Recently, Whitney had been feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders. The pressures of fame, personal struggles, and the never-ending scrutiny from the public had taken a toll on her. She decided to take a break from the spotlight and spend some time reflecting on her journey. One evening, Whitney found herself alone in her apartment, surrounded by the quiet hum of the city outside. She sat down at her desk, pulled out a journal, and began to write. The words flowed freely, capturing her thoughts and emotions in a way that felt both cathartic and revealing. Dear Journal, she wrote, it's been a long journey. I've faced so many challenges and learned so much about myself. But sometimes it feels like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. I need to find a way to reconnect with myself, to remember why I started this journey in the first place. As she wrote, Whitney felt a sense of clarity and peace. She realized that she needed to take a step back and focus on the things that truly mattered to her. Whitney decided to take a trip to her hometown of Greensboro, North Carolina. It was a place filled with memories, both happy and painful, but it was also a place where she felt grounded and connected to her roots. She packed her bags and drove to Greensboro, feeling a sense of nostalgia as she passed familiar landmarks and streets. She had arranged to stay with her parents, Glenn and Babs, who were thrilled to have her home. When Whitney arrived, her parents greeted her with warm hugs and smiles. Welcome home, sweetheart, Babs said, her eyes twinkling with joy. It's good to be back, Whitney replied, feeling a sense of comfort and belonging. That evening, they sat down for a family dinner, sharing stories and laughter. It was a reminder of the simple pleasures in life, and Whitney felt her heart lighten. During her stay in Greensboro, Whitney took the opportunity to revisit some of the places that held special memories for her. One afternoon, she decided to visit her old high school. As she walked through the halls, she was flooded with memories of her teenage years, the friends she had made, the challenges she had faced, and the dreams she had nurtured. In the school's auditorium, Whitney found herself standing on the stage where she had performed in school plays. She closed her eyes and let the memories wash over her, feeling a sense of pride and gratitude for the experiences that had shaped her. Later, she visited her childhood home, now occupied by another family. She stood outside, reminiscing about the days spent playing in the yard and the countless hours of laughter and love that had filled the house. Whitney also visited the dance studio where she had first discovered her passion for dancing. The studio had changed over the years, but the memories remained vivid in her mind. She watched a class in session, smiling as she saw the young dancers move with grace and joy. One evening, Whitney and her parents sat down for a heartfelt conversation. They talked about the challenges she had faced, the pressures of fame, and the impact it had on her mental health. "Whitney, we're so proud of everything you've accomplished," Glenn said, his voice filled with emotion. "But we worry about you. We want you to be happy and healthy." Whitney nodded, feeling a lump in her throat. "I know, Dad. It's been tough, but I'm trying to find my way." Babs reached out and took Whitney's hand. "You've always been strong, Whitney, and you have so many people who love and support you. Don't forget that." Tears welled up in Whitney's eyes as she felt the love and support of her parents. She realized that she didn't have to face her challenges alone. She had a strong support system that would always be there for her. Whitney decided to spend some time in nature, seeking solace and tranquility. She visited a nearby park, walking along the trails and taking in the beauty of the trees, flowers, and birds. The fresh air and the sounds of nature helped to clear her mind and soothe her soul. She found a quiet spot by a lake and sat down, closing her eyes and letting the peacefulness wash over her. She took deep breaths, feeling the tension in her body begin to melt away. As she sat by the lake, Whitney thought about her journey and the lessons she had learned. She realized that she needed to prioritize her mental and emotional well-being, to take care of herself, and to find balance in her life. During her time in Greensboro, Whitney reconnected with an old friend, Heather Sykes. Heather had always been a source of support and understanding, and Whitney was grateful to have her in her life. They met up at a local cafe, catching up on each other's lives and sharing their thoughts and feelings. Whitney opened up about her struggles and the pressure she felt from being in the public eye. "Heather, sometimes it feels like I'm carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders," Whitney admitted. "I love what I do, but it's overwhelming at times." Heather reached across the table and took Whitney's hand. "I can't even imagine what it's like, but I want you to know that I'm here for you. You're not alone in this." Whitney felt a sense of relief and gratitude. She realized that having someone to talk to and share her burdens with made a world of difference. One day, Whitney decided to do something that brought her pure joy: dancing. She visited the dance studio she had grown up in and asked if she could join a class. The instructor, recognizing Whitney from her TV show, was more than happy to welcome her. Whitney joined a group of dancers, feeling a sense of excitement and nostalgia. As the music started, she let herself get lost in the rhythm, moving with grace and freedom. For a moment, she forgot about the pressures and the negativity and just focused on the joy of dancing. The other dancers were inspired by Whitney's presence and energy. They admired her confidence and passion, and they felt honored to share the dance floor with her. After the class, Whitney felt rejuvenated and alive. Dancing had always been a source of happiness for her, and she realized that she needed to make time for it in her life. Feeling a sense of clarity and purpose, Whitney decided to share her journey with her fans. She took to social media to post a video, opening up about her struggles and the importance of taking care of one's mental and emotional well-being. "Hey everyone, it's Whitney," she began, her voice steady but filled with emotion. "I've been taking some time to reflect on my journey and to reconnect with myself.